Well, like a drunk stripper, Governor Bobby Jindal is near the bottom of every poll. An underdog tired of losing to the big guy. So this week, Jindal came out swinging against Trump harder than Ralphie wailing on Scott Farkas.
The reality of Donald Trump, however, is absurd. He's non-serious. He's a carnival act. Donald Trump is a narcissist and he's an egomaniac. I think it's pretty outrageous for him to be attacking anybody's appearance when he looks like he's got a squirrel sitting on his head.
Kind of an old joke. Earlier, I snuck into Gretchen Carlson's studio and asked Governor Jindal a few questions. Now, note to continuity freaks, I do change my suits. So, Governor Jindal, thank you for coming on my show. My first question to you, if you become the president of the United States, what will be my role?
Well, Greg, thank you for having me. It is great to be on the show. I was just joking. As many times you're on Fox, I don't know how you keep up your energy levels. Look,
Amphetamines, Governor. Amphetamines.
You name the cabinet agency you want. No, I'm just kidding. But the reality is, look, I think there are a lot of these cabinet agencies that need to be downsized. If you want to come help me get rid of some bureaucrats, we're happy to have you.
Well, I would like to be in charge of the Department of Awesome Things. But now I want to talk to you about your recent tiff with Mr. Trump. You know, he said some awful things about Carly, and then you went after him about his hair. Now, if you find his level of discourse so outrageous, why did you meet him on that level?
Well, Greg, first of all, I was kind of disappointed he wasn't more creative in his response to us. Here's the ironic thing. So I gave this blistering speech at the National Press Club, and I called him a narcissist, an egomaniac, said that there's no substance to him, that he's neither a conservative, a liberal, nor a Democrat, or a Republican, or an independent, that he is only in it for Donald. And this was the best response. I mean, the best he could muster was that he went after me for attacking his hair.
Yeah.
So I gave an entire speech where I called him a narcissist, and the thing that he took greatest offense at was I criticized his hair. I think you proved my point. I mean, talk about the narcissism. The reason I gave this speech, and the reason I think this is so important, we've got this great opportunity in the country to get the idea of America back, to implement conservative principles, and instead we've got this entertainer, this reality TV show star who doesn't believe in anything but himself. I think it'd be better to turn to conservative principles, not a person who doesn't believe in anything but himself.
All right. Now, you raise an interesting point, and I want to make a parallel. You called Mr. Trump a narcissist with no principles and an egomaniac. In 2007, a senator with no experience who ran on hope and change. There was no ideology behind Obama, no principles, and a kind of a narcissist, but he won. Should winning Trump, no pun intended, the fact that he's offering us a mystery package?
Well, see, here's my worry, that Donald Trump's not for limited government. He is not worried about top-down government. His only complaint is that he's not the one running the government. He doesn't mind government running our lives as long as he's the one that's in control. Can you imagine if Trump were president, we all had to get haircuts that looked like him? Think how bad that would be for the country.
See, there you go again, after his hair, Governor. Very, very, very mean. All right, let's say Donald Trump gets the nomination and wins, and he says, you know, Governor Jindal, I want you to be my vice president. Would you say yes or no? Why?
He's not going to win the nomination. And, you know, I can imagine the slogan now. You know, it used to be a chicken in every pot. It could be a gold-plated toilet seat in every American house. I mean, I don't know what his next slogan is going to be, what his next cause is going to be. Look, it's fun TV to watch. I loved it when he gave out Lindsey Graham's cell phone number. I loved it when he gave out helicopter rides at the State Fair. I loved it when he said Jeb Bush's audiences were falling asleep. Greg, it's entertaining as anything. Y'all should give him a reality show here on Fox. Give him some time. The ratings would be great. He'd be entertainment. I'm not suggesting competition, by the way, but I'm just saying he's a great entertainer.
Yeah, and then I would lose my job. That's because he would take my hour. Last question, real quick. Debate coming up. You're at the early debate. What do you got to do to move out of the earlier debate to get up to the big debate?
Look, our strategy is working. We're building momentum on the ground in Iowa. We're getting bigger and bigger crowds. I'm the only one that's actually reduced the size of government. I think that message is resonating with folks on the ground. But on a serious note, the most important thing is we've got a chance to save our country. Let's not blow it. The liberals are giving us this election. They're gift wrapping it to us. Let's not screw it up. It's time to put Donald Trump on the elevator, tell him he's fired, send him downstairs, and let's get serious.
All right, Governor. Well, thanks for joining us, and I'll be watching you on that other weird network. I can't remember the name of it. Take care, sir. Bye, Gov.
Thanks, Greg.